Since the prohibition of cannabis, there has been a war of misinformation waged against it. In the following series, we aim to re-educate and break the stigma around this life-changing plant. How did criminalising cannabis affect the public? October 2nd, 1937. Samuel R. Caldwell and Moses Barker were the first men in the US arrested for cannabis. The use of cannabis was considered uncommon in Australia until the late 1950s. It was reintroduced into Sydney by US troops on leave from the Vietnam War. The first illegal cannabis crop was reported in 1957. Consumption in Australia began to increase around the same time. 1961. The UN Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs was introduced by the US. Cannabis was rated Schedule 4 alongside heroin and other particularly dangerous narcotics. 1966 to 1969. Cannabis arrests in Australia rose 1,000%. 1970 to 1977. New South Wales convictions increased a further 1,000% and 72% were related to cannabis. New South Wales introduced new penalties for supplying or selling, up to 10 years imprisonment. So why? Because it was a way to criminalise and imprison people, especially people of colour. Because it was a way to control people, to scare people, and misinform people. These were the continuing shots in the war on cannabis. In the following instalment, we will examine the next set of weapons used in the fight to maintain prohibition.
Authorised by Jenny Hallam as Richardson and the Green Revolution Australia.